Not too far away in Braamfontein, students at Wits University have vowed to continue protesting until their demands are met. SABC News reporter Mbalenhle Mthethwa is at Wits University and she joins us live right now. Thank you very much for joining us, Mbalenhle. Just tell us what's happening where you are.
Well, Nompu, I am standing just outside Gate 7 at Wits University, where students are staging a protest and have blocked the road on Empire, really interrupting traffic, as well as, from what I hear, there have also been some interruptions in terms of the classes. You will remember that these are the same students who were protesting yesterday, who allegedly went into inside lecture theatres and pulled learners from the lectures and ensured that classes were disrupted, forcing the university to move some of the classes to online in order to continue with the academic program yesterday. Now, today we see students returning to the streets and picketing. Yesterday, they spoke about the housing and accommodation crisis and some of their demands, calling for the university to scrap that 10,000 rand upfront fee, as well as for NSFAS to scrap or really increase that 45,000 rand accommodation fee grant that is granted to NSFAS students. Students saying that the amount that is given for accommodation is barely enough to cover accommodation, leaving many sleeping in corridors as well as libraries. I'm going to speak to one of the SRC representatives, actually the SRC president, Uapiwe. Thank you so much for joining us. Talk to us about why you're here. Have the demands changed at all, or are they still the same?
The demands are still the same. And these demands were not only raised today or yesterday to Wits management. We have raised these demands 3 months ago. And we've been lenient with the management and saying, please engage us on issues. We still want to hear them. What are they saying with the demands? But there is no response at all. There is not even a compromise. For example, the demand of the 10,000 upfront payment. There is an option to waiver. For the previous years, you can waiver that 10,000 and it will be included into your fee statement. Now they are saying it must not be waived. All these students must pay that 10,000 right now.
Certainly, you say there's been no communication, but university management say that SRC representatives or student representatives walked out of a meeting that was intended to resolve some of these issues and discuss some of the issues. What do you say to that?
I can tell you now, without any fear of contradiction, that is a blatant lie. The Dean of Student Affairs, Jerome September, can tell you, yesterday we met in our SRC boardroom to say, Dean, our demands have not changed. And we have been asking you this since last year. Please respond to these demands. And we gave the dean up until 8 to say, actually, we want to speak with the vice chancellor because he's the decision maker here. Let us meet the vice chancellor. And till now, we have not yet met the vice chancellor. The vice chancellor is on a retreat while everything is happening here.
Certainly, one of your demands was for the university to allow students with an outstanding debt of 150,000 rand or less to register. And it seems as though the university has also tried to meet students halfway through that hardship fund, where they have allocated students 50,000 rand towards historic debt. You have said that this is not enough. Why is that?
Historic debt. It's not a Wits issue, it's a global crisis. Historic debt in all universities is roughly 14 billion. At Wits alone, it's 2.3 billion. And students who are deserving, who are eligible to register, who don't have money, you must understand as black people, fees here are too high. And we want to improve our lives. And the only way we can improve our lives is by allowing us to register, finish our degrees, graduate, and we will pay back the money.
Certainly. Now, Nompu, if you look in the background, I'm just going to step out of the shot and show you the students who are now moving up Empire Road. The students are not necessarily leaving or abandoning the protest, but what is happening is that they are moving from one campus to the next, where you'll remember that yesterday when the protest action took place, it took place at the main campus. but the other campuses such as the Sciences campus as well as the Education campus continue to operate normally with classes uninterrupted. But this time around, students are adamant and determined to disrupt classes at almost all the different campuses at the University of Witwatersrand. We understand that they will be walking up this road to make their way to the different campuses. The one campus, the Education campus to be exact, is in Parktown, and they'll be walking and making their way there. Traffic is going to be affected by the students who have really taken up the road as they march and they walk. It's unclear if there is somewhat of a license for this, or if it's a legal march, given that there are no police accompanying the students and they are all on their own. It's back to you in studio.